What up with you guys? You know who it is. It's your boy John Mike, and today we're going to be talking about the Korg Module Pro app, which is the updated version to the Korg Module app. If you've already bought this app, Korg Module Pro is free, a free upgrade for you. Once you just update the app, it automatically changes from Korg Module to Korg Module Pro. Now, this was probably one of the first applications that I reviewed on this channel that gave us the ability to play, to use our iPad as like a sound module. And I'll link to that video if you just want to see it, just for nostalgia's sake, you know, and the cards and all that good stuff like that. But this application was really dope, even at that time. All that it offered us iPad users who wanted to use our iPads as, you know, just instruments and sound modules that we could use in live performance situations. But what Korg has finally done is really, in my opinion, taken the chains off of this application and added in some very highly requested and very pro features to this. Now, you have to pay an upgrade fee. It's like 19 bucks. You have to go in the store to get what I'm about to show you, and that's to get this new Korg Module Performance expansion. It was $19.99 at the time of doing this video, is what I had to pay in order to upgrade and get these features. Now, the features that they added was layering and MIDI CC, along with a bunch of other little kind of other sounds, you know, basic sounds that they didn't have in the module, to allow you to layer and split your sounds and do some different things like that. So right here, I've actually created a layered patch with a piano and a pad. So really dope stuff. You can control the layers here. I can switch back and forth between my layers. That's my pad layer. And then this is my piano layer. And I can change those sounds either way. Now, currently, you can only layer 2 sounds is what they allow. But that allows for some great combinations in a live situation. So in order to access, once you've bought the performance upgrade, in order to create layers, you have to go into the set list mode. There's not a straightaway way to do this. I look like the module manual, the manual that they haven't even updated it yet. So there was no manual or way to figure this out. I had to like figure this out myself. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it for those who may be looking at this that are frustrated and saying like, how in the world do I even layer, because I bought the thing and now I can't figure out how to do it. Well, here you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create just a new patch. You know, you could do that easily. Let me just delete all of these. Let's just clear out this entire set list, because it's all done from this mode. So I'm just going to just remove all of this, and we're just going to create a brand new set list using this natural grand. Now, and you can name this whatever you want, which is pretty cool, but we're not going to do that. So now that I've, you know, cleared out my set list, there's a little keys button right here. And once I tap that, it gives me extra options like layering and split. If I click on layer, it gives me 2 options of layering. If I click on split, it gives me the same thing, but I can choose which one is the bottom and which one is the top. I can set via MIDI, or I can adjust my split point just by using my finger here. So we're just going to do layer, and then I'll show you split in a second. Of course, you know, the primary we want to be the natural grand, but we want the secondary layer to be, let's just say, some strings. And they have this section that they added now called layer elements, which gives you, you know, popular sounds that you can use as layers. So we'll just do these synth strings, for instance. Now, just by doing that, I have blended both of those sounds together. Now, when I come out of that, I can actually do some basic editing right here in this little mode, which I think is really cool. Well, I can control the level with my finger. Can grab this and I can even control the octave on my strings. You know, if I want it to be in a different octave, I can control my damper for my pedal. So it's pretty cool. Now that I've set up a layer, when I go back to the module section, I have this little layer 1 indicator next to a piano, and I can tap it and it'll go to layer 2. So the other thing that's really, really dope about this update is the MIDI CC control. So if I go here to my settings, there's a new option that says MIDI CC. Now, again, this isn't as intuitive as I thought it would be. You know, I thought maybe you tap and hold on a thing, you know, on a parameter, and it give you that option. That's more intuitive. At least in most other programs that have MIDI mapping, that's how they do it. But Korg decided to throw it into the settings. So if you want to map MIDI CC, you got to go into the settings and tap on MIDI CC. And if I want to control the volume of my piano, where it says a piano, because they broke it down into your different modules, you know, sub modules that they have. So if you want to control the volume on the piano, I can go to output and tap on it, and then turn a knob on my controller, and now I can control the volume of the piano. Right? Same goes for layer 2. If I go here and I want to control the volume on my other thing, MIDI CC, and I scroll down to this is the multi module. That's what this is. So what I would do is go to where it says multi, click on output and turn the knob. So if I'm playing and I want to bring in my strings, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. So just by adding those two things to module, which were very requested features, it is Korg has upped the game on the module, and this can almost be used just standalone as your only performance thing. You've got a set list situation here where you can create your own patches and your different layers. So if I wanted to create another patch here and make this one a layer with natural grand and electric piano, for instance, or let's just go with a more chorused E grand type feel. That's, you know, I'm a gospel cat, so we love that. You know, something like that. Just use that as the example. And then you can create another patch here that would be, let's do the split, because we hadn't done the split yet. Let's just say I want a split bass. And I'm going to create my split really high because I got this little bitty keyboard. But I'll set note by MIDI, and we'll set it right here at F3. And then right here, I'll pull up a bass. Let's pull up a bass sound, nasty bass. You know, you can create your split points, split bass, just like that, a split patch just like that. And that would be dope if I could layer more than two, and I can create a bass split with piano and pad on top. But you know, you could simulate that because they do have like a strings piano. You know, you can blend that patch with or like a pad and a piano. And the dope part about that, and I'm just, you know, kind of going through this, is you can, with the piano, if I go back up here with pad piano, you can actually control the layer, the volume on the pad here on this section. So in that case, it's almost like being able to have 3 layers. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. You can actually control up to 3 layers on this, and I could probably go in here in my MIDI CC and map that layer level to another pad, and there I have it. But in my set list mode, I can switch through these patches like seamlessly. And it's instantaneous. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty dope. So the only thing I wish that you could do is control the set list, like actually switch through patches. Like if I could map like my controller here, my knob over here, or one of my buttons to actually switch through those patches, that would take it to another level right there and allow me to be able to do everything all in this set list mode, set up my sets. You can even add in PDFs and chord charts and anything that kind of helps you out in a live performance. The Korg module pretty much becomes like that hub to where you really don't need anything else, because it comes with a ton of sounds. I mean, you have just tons of sounds that you can use, everything from electric pianos to organs to claves to strings. They have all sorts of, you know what I'm saying? They have all sorts of expansions you can get. I have the Trident expansion, I have the Ivory Grand, and I have the classic EP 88. I have all of those expansions, you know, right here on here that I can upload, update, and I can access those and have access to literally hundreds of sounds right here on my iPad in this one app, and be able to play, perform, do all of that stuff all right here from this app. So I think that this, in my book right now, is one of the #1 apps out for you know, sound selection, being able to layer, split, do all of those things like that. And I'm going to cover some other applications that allow you to turn your iPad into a sound module, but this was one of the ones I wanted to cover because they just made this update. So I appreciate you guys checking out this video and watching it. Do me a favor, hit the like button. That helps out the channel, always helps it out. Hit the subscribe button, become a part of the family, do those things like that. I appreciate you guys taking the opportunity to watch this video. We'll talk to you guys on the next video. I'm out. Holla at your boy.